Hello. Sorry about that. That's a little bit better. So, there are really three things that summarize truth. First is that just like a video game, it doesn't have to exist. So, if it does exist, it must be that it's serving the creator of the game. Nobody does something unless, as the Kabbalah teaches us, the primary motivation is tainuk, some kind of a pleasure. Now, there are two types of love. There's a love that I love someone because they're going to be a benefit for me. Then there's another type of love. I love someone because they are me. So, for example, the love between a husband and a wife, or a wife and a husband, between parents to children. That's why even siblings have greater love than strangers. Why? Because they share a common bond. They know that they have the same blood. So when you identify with someone, you see somebody like yourself, which is why evil always tries to separate. They say they're not like us, they're a different group. Because by doing that, they're able to justify maliciousness and attack. They're different because if they're like us, how can we attack them? How can we hurt? So the question is, the pleasure that we give God, is it because we do something for Him? So that means, let's say, I don't know, I get pleasure I get a biochemical high from, I don't know, sugar. So do we give Him a sugar high? Or is it that He identifies with us, He sees us as Himself, like a parent to a child, and therefore His pleasure is our pleasure? So obviously, it's primarily the fact that He sees, even though we may not see so much the fact that we are Him, but He certainly sees the fact that we are Him. And so therefore, His whole desire, like a parent to the child, the pleasure is not, oh, you're going to give me something. The pleasure is giving you pleasure, whatever I can do for you. I have a friend, Rabbi Ben Ashevitz, so he told me that the Rebbe, he once asked the Rebbe about how to be happy. He said he wasn't feeling necessarily depressed. It's just that, according to Chassidus, there's a mitzvah to be happy. And truly, I can say, even though he's gone through a lot of difficulty, he's a very happy person. So he said the Rebbe told him something fascinating. He said, a person has to know that God is the essence of goodness. And it is the nature of a good person to do good. Good people love doing good. And in every good thing you do, you enable God to do good to you. So here's how I understand it, that ultimately, life has to be fair. God has billions of children, so why should He single you out? It's not like, oh, you're somehow cuter. But the answer is, if you do something better, if you do some extra charity, you're extra kind, perhaps you learn extra Torah. So by doing this, b'chol pa'ulatai, every good thing you do, you open up a gateway that you enable God now. You're giving God, in a way, the pleasure of being able to bestow more to you.